Good evening. We will call the March 25th, 2024 Oak Park Board of Education meeting to order. The time is 7:03. Ms. Greer, would you please call the roll?
Clark.
Here.
Corcoran. Davis.
Here.
Alvin.
Here.
Porter.
Here.
Madison.
Here.
And Smith.
Here.
Okay, thank you. We do have a quorum. We will go to recitation of the district mission and vision. I'm like all excited to do this, so go forth and conquer.
Our mission is to create an inclusive learning community that provides the best academic and social experience by educating the whole child, one child at a time. Our vision is cultivating visionary leaders and compassionate citizens engaged in the global community.
Thank you very much. We will now move to item 3, approval of the agenda. The agenda was shared with us all over the weekend, and last week. Without objection, we'll pass a motion to approve the agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? Hearing none, the agenda is hereby approved. We will go to item number 4, approval of consent agenda. We have 2 items on the consent agenda: approval of minutes, March 11, 2024. Approval of personnel actions, which are from March 25th, today, 2024. Is there any question on these items? Okay. Without objection, we'll pass a motion to approve the consent agenda by unanimous consent. Is there an objection to doing so? Hearing none, the consent agenda is hereby approved. And congratulations to Tiffany. Anything?
Yeah, I just want to just say a few words that she came highly recommended. Tiffany has served in various roles, so she comes with fresh ideas. She has experience with bonds, and so we were excited. She's jumped right in, started bond meetings and all of that, so we're excited to have
She
her.
has experience with bonds?
Yes, she does.
Okay. I'm not gonna get messages from her now. No,
We want to mention for the community that doesn't have access to the personnel actions, do we want to fill in the blanks here?
All right, so this was our facilities director position that we filled with Tiffany. As you know, Dan retired and ventured off on a new chapter in his life, and we have replaced Dan with Tiffany, and she has jumped right in.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Anything from you?
Not yet. We're excited to be here.
All right, we're happy to have you. So
Thank you.
All right, we will go to then item number 5, which is presentations, and Ms. Ferris is up for that. 2023-24 budget amendment.
Okay, good evening once again, members of the board, superintendent, cabinet, colleagues of the district, and community. My name is Sharice Ferris. I am the interim CFO of Oak Park Schools. I also have with me Dr. Maria Glistinger, who is our finance consultant. We'll be bringing forth to you today a request for amendment of our fiscal year 24 budget. In your board package, you should have a number of handouts. Cover page and pages 2 through 7. We'll be discussing both our expenditures and our revenues to date and the proposed changes. So please first turn your attention to pages 2 and 3. I'd like to first discuss our revenue. In the slideshow presentations, I'll be giving you a summary. We'll utilize these supporting documents just for verification and informational. For our revenue, we approved the forecast of $61,397,046. We have forecast a budget amendment of a decreased amount of $60,446,372. Reasons I captured the higher numbers. One reason was due to the operating millage. We forecasted a lower amount. We're requesting an increased amount, and this is due to the adjustments to our property value and our current selections. Also with local, and when you notice on page 3, it's broken up by our state, local, and federal, so you can follow through that as well. Our other local, we're requesting a decrease by the amount of $273,037, and that's due to our interest and investments. As you recall, all these figures were initially forecasted back in June. State, we're requesting an increase amount, a decrease, no, increase of $320,821. Grants, $1,755,596. Although this is an alarming number, I would like to explain a little more in detail. Grants, these was the 3 grants that impacted this the most. So IDEA last fiscal year, 22-23, we had 5 IDEA grants. This year we only have 2. Just the way the funding, rolled out for the year. Also for our Title I, our consolidated app grants, we received less funding than we did the year before. And in terms of ESSER, was another grant that was impacted. We overspent in areas of learning loss and teacher salaries. Another amount was just the PA-18 in the amount of $11,399. And again, this is not the full entire list. There are more in detail on your pages 3. Next, I would like to talk about our expenditure adjustment request. Initially, we forecasted a lower amount at the end of the year. The initial approval was at $61,578,692. We're requesting an amendment of $62,356,185, which is a difference of $777,493. The reason for the expenditure adjustments, the salaries were understated or under budgeted by $1,271,627. Benefits were over budgeted. We should spend less amount of $337,962. We have an increase of expenditures in purchase services, which includes but not limited to transportation costs. We really invested in our students having more hands-on, real-life experiences with field trips, custodial costs, security. Should I capture that? Materials and supplies. We are requesting a reduction. We forecasted more than what we needed to in the amount of $495,501. That was because we over budgeted for utilities for all of the buildings. Capital outlay, there was a forecast amount of us receiving a MSP school safety grant that just was not awarded this year. So that's that amount that's referenced at that $235,226. And then other is a myriad of different items, but more so the indirect costs and dues and fees at $78,128. In summary, between revenues and expenditures and fund balance, there's our initial fund balance at the end of fiscal year 23 prior to audits, etc., was $15,284,183. This amendment that we're requesting is a lesser amount of $1,909,813, which is still leaving us with a very, very healthy fund balance of $13,374,370.
Summary.
Was that featured in here?
Page 3.
3?
Page 3. Okay.
But on page 3, it says 1.7.
So let me explain that piece, because it is confusing. So looking at page 3, let's get to 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th from the top. So you see our initial approved amount for revenue at the $61,397. Then we're requesting that amendment at $60 million. That's a reduction of $950,000+. The next line, you see the expenditures. It was initially forecast that our expenditure cost would be the $61,578,000. Per our forecast and projections to the end of the year, we're proposing an increased amount of expenditures to the tune of $62,356 plus. Where you see in the next line, you see that 181,646. When you add that to that 170 plus, you'll get the 1909. The reason for that 181,646, for whatever reason, when the original budget was uploaded, it was not uploaded to the amount that was approved by the board. So for full transparency and staying in line with what you initially approved for, we had to put a negative amount there to reflect what you actually approved at the beginning of the year to carry us through this year. So this report was generated off our SMART system. So the previous CFO, the original budget that was put up wasn't the budget that was approved for. It was short this 181. It was overstated by this 181,646. So you add that to that 1728, and you should get the 1909.
Questions from members of the board?
Yes.
Go for it.
I just have one question. How were the salaries so under budgeted?
There was a
Original.
significant increase in the elementary buildings across the board and high school for salaries. It was just, however, it was forecasted by the previous, it was just understated significantly.
Okay.
Was that related to the new contract?
I was gonna
That's
ask
what I was
that.
gonna ask,
Yes.
yeah.
Part of that, and then we also added STEM classes, remember when we talked
yeah.
about more electives in elementaries? And then the 3-year contract that we produced.
Any other questions?
Can you explain IDEA, because you said it, but
I thought you
that's,
said IDA. Is it
IDEA,
or is it
IDEA, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act.
Okay.
That's special ed funding.
And that's our special ed, right?
And again, where did that come into account? On what line?
in the grants.
Grants.
The decrease in grants, yes,
So
we
it
had
went down from 5 to 2,
awards.
right?
Yes,
Well, that was gonna be my question. Why
Yep.
is there such a decrease?
it was just based off the funding, we were funded through Oakland Schools, through the state with that funding. The 3 of those grants, all of the grants normally with IDEA are multi-year grants, 2 to 3 years long, and last year was just the final year for 3 of the grants.
Same thing with the Title I consolidated, that is state.
It's formula
It's a
related.
formula, has nothing to do with us.
So from the count, the
Not
formula,
applying
what the
for
state
something.
takes in, yes.
Trustee Leonard.
When we talk about other local revenues, other than the operating millage, tell me more about that and what accounts for that change.
Tell me which, local revenue.
Other local revenues.
So we had, the property tax, the interest on investments, so athletics. So initially, when the budget was set up last year, the athletics and the student account was combined. The student account should have never been combined with athletics. So we had to remove athletics out of that account, place it in appropriate funding. So now it's just athletics, which was the significant decrease in that bucket item.
Where were we?
That was at the top, page 3.
Are these, you mentioned a couple things that have occurred that should not have occurred. What's going on?
Okay, tell me those couple things.
You just mentioned one, right?
What?
And the salary.
And then,
Things being combined.
what was the other one? I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
think right now.
The IDEA grants, the loss of.
No, that wasn't it.
Oh.
You said something else. It was the 181, I'm sorry.
Yes,
So, what happened?
I'm not sure, sir. That was,
Okay.
Set
never
up,
mind,
yeah.
never mind. I'm not gonna do that to you, okay?
yeah.
All right, got it,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And the student activity accounts should never been, they're supposed to be separated, but they were never separated. They weren't separated for years. So the law states that you have to separate the funds that different schools and athletics raise. Those are student activity accounts. That should not be, correct?
Yes.
That should not be, but for years they've included that in there, and they're not supposed to be in there.
So here's what's throwing me off. I'm looking here at page 3 and my very limited understanding of the way of budgets is that parentheses indicate a decrease,
Yes.
right? So when we think about the 20, let's just say, for example, because this is where it just jumps out at me, interest on investments. We budgeted 100,000, we had a revenue of 125,000, and then it has 25,000 in parentheses. Should that be flipped? It's a $25,000 increase?
Where are
And-
you?
That's childcare. We go next one down.
Okay, sorry, childcare.
But even so,
I just want to make sure I'm understanding it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not, just tell me where we are again, you said
So the
childcare?
top line is property taxes. The second line under that, I'm just going to use that one because it's a
Childcare.
round number, and so my
Okay.
limited math can handle that.
Okay,
So childcare was I'm not picking on childcare, but childcare was budgeted at 100,000.
so this is revenue
This is
coming
revenue.
in,
We had we budgeted for 100,000 revenue to come in.
Mm-hmm.
We received 125,000,
it's a forecast, we're forecasting to the end of the year.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it indicates a $25,000 decrease
on the change.
on the change.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be a $25,000 increase?
increase.
No. Come up.
Yeah, that's not
It's,
right.
revenue is separate, it's like opposite of expense.
Say again.
Revenue has a credit balance, you increase it with the credit. Expenditures have debit balances, you increase them with the debit. So when you're looking at.
So okay.
So this is, I think I understand your point.
It's opposite of the
Yeah,
expense.
I get it. I don't know why, but I get it.
So interest on investments came in significantly, or we're projecting is going to come in significantly higher than we originally anticipated. Athletics goes down because, like you said, it had to be separated out. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So just make sure I got this right. Remind me, revenue, increases with a credit?
Yes.
Got it.
You were wondering why you had to pay attention to math.
I know. This is why I'm struggling. I got it.
It's been a while since I've taken accounting, so, I took like 5 accounting classes, I can't recall. Thankfully, I don't use that every day. But I'll ask you afterwards, it's fine. All right, I get it. So this is not really,
Final
for the layman
question, so-
person, this would not be how you would reflect that. This is like for you all. So like for a normal individual looking at this, they see it being the opposite. This is debits and credits where most of us don't operate in that world on a day-to-day, but it is what it is, so I get your point.
So our purpose in giving you the detail is initially, sometimes you guys were just given this, but that, I don't believe that gives you an accurate picture. So when we sat down together, I wanted a detailed item because that helps you see things line by line. So that's why they're written. Yeah.
Any other questions from members of the board? Thank you for the added detail and appreciate the explanation for these things. Thank you so much. Anything else? You want something to say?
No.
Okay, we good. All right, we'll go to our next item then, and we have reports. One from the superintendent.
All right, I'm gonna come up here today. It's hot. We're gonna have to save some money on our budget by cutting down on the heat. So, thank you, Sharice. So just so you know, she jumped right in, Maria's jumped right in with the budget amendment. And the thing that I will say is when you start off the year, you anticipate a lot of things. And that's why you do amendments. The more amendments you have, because now we have a clearer vision. And so that is a good thing to continue to have amendments because you're fine tuning. In July, you don't know. You're guesstimating. Now, so at the senior, I don't know if Brandon knew. So at the senior breakfast, I seen the track team, the girls track and field. So I don't think Brandon knew that they were coming because I try to be secretive. And I wanted to do this last month, but I asked the girls if they would join us and keep it a secret from Brandon, because Brandon does not like to get the spotlight, right? So it's easier to reflect light on others than to actually sit down and try to take credit, right? So nobody on cabinet will take credit for anything that they do. So I always have to highlight. And so what I want to do, come on up, Brandon. So those of you that you should know by now, but if I haven't told you, Brandon got Coach of the Year.
Yes.
And Brandon wouldn't do anything for himself, right? So I'm like, hey, Brandon, you gonna put out something? No, I'm good. I'm good. I said, Brandon, you're not gonna.
That's your job.
Yeah, He's like, no, you want to say? I said, Brandon, why don't you draft me something? So I said, why don't you draft me? I'm not drafting you now. You want to fire me? Fire me. I said, Brandon, I said, all right, no problem. I got you. So I was talking to Ms. Philpotts, and then we get this thing. I'm like, all right, we're going to get him. So secretly, Andre and I, we ordered something for Brandon without knowing, and I was hounding those people for months. And so what I want to do is I want to present Brandon Giles with an amazing Coach of the Year ring with his name on it and everything. So here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. He wouldn't say this. First of all, there is nothing that Brandon has not done for me, right? So I say, hey, Brandon, I need you to do this. I got you. Hey, Brandon, high school needs some. I got you. Hey, Brandon, we got emergency midnight, so here comes Brandon. And I'm like, man, your wife must hate me, you know. But there is nothing he won't do. And then he stays, and the team will attest to this. I mean, he's practicing with them. When he's not practicing with them, he's seeing them and he's double checking on them. And so we've kind of guesstimated that he has sent over 100 students in his career to Ivy League schools. Okay?
Wow.
Texas, UVA, USC, Columbia, U of M, Ohio, University of Miami, right? He got 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, we didn't have one because of COVID, 21, 22, and 23, Oakland County girls track and field champions. Then, for the state championship, state girls track and field, 14, 15, 16, he dropped the ball in 17, got second place. 18, 19, COVID, 21, he dropped the ball again in 22, but we're going to let it slide. And then 20.
Please tell me it was Cass.
Oh! In 23. So, when I'm telling you, I would not be able to accomplish the things that we are accomplishing as a team without cabinet, but without Brandon. Now, he won't say that, you know. His job description, what does it say, communications director, right? But does he do, I mean, he's everywhere. He's everywhere for me, and I just want to let him know how much I appreciate him. And I know, I mean, look, they're all here. They're all I'm proud of you, man. All right? I got him. Look at him. You want to say a few words, Brandon?
No, no, I really appreciate it. You know, Angel is correct. I don't like the spotlight. But, you know, one thing I can say is that, you know, I do love this district. You know, these girls, they deal with my crap. I yell. I hold them to a very high standard. And they excel. Kylie's going to Hampton. Morgan's going to Miami. Khalees will be making her decision for school on April 3rd, you know, and they're getting scholarships and they're doing well in school. So, you know, I'm just happy to be able to give back. You know, education is a tough field, as you all know, and a lot of things that we do behind the scenes as educators, it kind of goes unnoticed. So, you know, I'm happy, and again, you know, whatever the district needs me to do, that's what I'm gonna do. And like these kids, like they probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our track program, but they're like excellent students. They can go to anywhere, Cass, country, they can go wherever they want, and they choose to be here. And like that's very, very fulfilling to me, because a lot of people throw a lot of dirt on our district, but we got some stars here, and we got some smart, intelligent kids. And you know, I would say, like this group of girls, like in our program period, we're probably the top public school program in the country. Like we went to nationals, and we only got beat by private schools, boarding schools, like, but everybody knows Oak Park. Everybody, we go to any meet and they know who we are. And that's a testament to like these girls, the girls that came before them, the guys who excel. We've had some guys do amazing things, Ohio State, Princeton, TCU. So it's not just the girls, it's the guys as well. But, you know, I'm just, again, whatever the district needs me to do to be successful, I'm down for it. So thank you for having me. Angel, thanks. I appreciate you. And, you know, I give Angel crap. You know, I'm the person who, me and him go at it sometime, and he says, Brandon, you got to chill out and get things together. And I do, because I respect him, and he loves this district. And I always tell people, one thing about education is if you love where you're at and you love kids, then you'll do the best for kids. And, you know, that's the thing I'm proud of about being in this district. So, thanks.
All right.
Anything from the track team? Are y'all, anybody want to speak? She said no. Anyone from the track team want to say anything? No? Y'all just gonna be silent assassins and get on the track and do it?
Say something.
Come on. You the one that said no.
I would just like to thank Coach Brandon for being the coach. And yeah, thank you, Coach Brandon.
Anyone else? Come on, you know you do. Go ahead. I know you see you looking.
I really want to thank Coach Brandon for being like a second parent for me at times, and he steps in a lot when we all need it. Even though like we stress him out a lot, he's always there for us and like getting us the things we need, even extra things that we don't really need. But yeah, he does a lot for us, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, I just want to thank Coach Brandon for being like another father figure to me, and I want to thank him for taking me on the journey with him. And now I'm at the journey I'm on right now, going to college, and I just want to thank you for being that coach and having all the connections he have and like the skill he got, because I'm here. And thank you.
Are you the one that's announcing later, or you?
No, I am.
Okay, where are you going?
University of Miami.
You don't want to go to University of Miami. Okay, got it. You're announced. We don't get no sneak peek. We don't get no.
Outstanding.
Anyone else? I don't know who you are, but you want to go. I can see it in your face. That's you. That's you. I can see it in your face. You sure? Yeah, I see it.
This is only my second year
running with Brandon, but he's also taught me a lot and helped me mentally. Cause if I didn't do track, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. So it's helped me personally and on the track.
iPhone pictures, please.
Androids are better, but
Androids do take better pictures. I'm an iPhone person.
yes, can you come together a little closer?
While they're getting ready to take their pictures, any members of the board have anything to say?
Okay, no.
I knew you would go.
You did?
Yeah.
You
That's
just
why I called it
won
out.
class athlete? Class, yeah. Congratulations. I was there. She won that. Yeah. That's all I wanted to say.
I'm gonna need some pictures because he won't post them.
Okay, wait.
All right?
Give me access to the IG, I'll do
He won't post them.
I'll post them.
it.
Hold on.
Look this way.
1, 2.
All right.
Any, Trustee Davis, you have something you want to say? Okay. Trustee Smith?
Yeah, I just want to say just outstanding job.
They're marveling at the ring.
Yeah, I just want to say outstanding job, you know, overall, you know, you wear many hats. You do a fabulous job, you know, the communication and, you know, weathering the storms, you know, through all we've been through in our district and just bringing us up and just living that dream and just being, you know, that face of Oak Park School District. So it's just hats off and just thank you so much. Kudos. Outstanding job.
Yes.
And, you know, this year we're going for our 8th state championship. So like, you know, these girls, you know, like you talked about us dropping the ball in 17 to 22. Like we had a meeting like the first day of practice, like, hey, we don't want to be that second place team. We want to win again. So, but they handle pressure very well, and they know, you know, what is expected, and they want to be the best. So that's the great thing about these kids. You know, they work hard. They work their butt off. So.
All right.
Anything?
Congratulations.
No, I want to say, what I love about you is that you are you're going to defend Oak Park. I couldn't talk today. I'm sorry, my brain is very mushy. I've been focused on math, so please, standard deviation has just taken my brain to, anyway. No, there was a thing in the Oak Park Neighbors group, and people were just going in on Oak Park, and, you know, why can't they get their stuff together? And Brandon jumped in like, nah, y'all not about to talk about my school, you're not about to talk about my district, and you defend us, and you work so hard, and we really appreciate all that you do, from the communication, the social media posts, you take pictures, you wear so many hats, and it's very much appreciated.
Yes.
So thank you so much for all your hard work.
I would just echo all the sentiments we heard today. You know what my track coach was. He was hard on me too, Thomas Wilcher. He was very tough on me as well. You almost think he don't like you. So I don't know if that's how y'all feel some days. But at the end of the day, what they want for you is to be responsible human beings. When you graduate and you move on and do your own thing, get yourself a scholarship if you can do it. You don't have to pay, so you come out debt-free when you graduate college. There's no greater feeling than that. Trust me, I'm still paying student loans. I'm gonna be paying student loans until I'm like 87 years old. Understand what kind of gift that is when somebody says, I want you to come to my school, and oh, by the way, you don't have to pay nothing because of the hard work and the sacrifice that you put into it, that he helped you get there, but you put the work in. So congratulations to all of you on the work that you're putting in, but certainly congratulations to you. The greatness that comes from these teams is a testament to your leadership, and we certainly appreciate having you. And just like my colleague said, I think we all take a lot of crap from others who don't have anything to do with this district at times. And the fact that you have been willing to put in the work to be a shining star for this district, as well as let people know it ain't what you think it is, we appreciate that too. So thank you for all you do, man. Congratulations. Congratulations to y'all. What's next? What's next? Regional, what we doing? What's next? Oh, dang, we ain't started yet? myself, I'm ready for golf season to get here. When it's 50 degrees, I'm playing. So I feel like, y'all must have been running. Okay, never mind. Well, good luck on the season.
And to say one more thing, they just got done with their indoor track season representing Motor City Track Club, and I think we had 8 girls from the school that made All-American. So Carrie, Morgan, Khalees, and Kylie, they all made All-American. We got a couple people that aren't here, so they were amongst the top kids in the nation. So they represented the district very well.
Congratulations.
That's all I have for my report.
Thank you. Great report. Awesome report. Best report you ever did.
I take it.
Thank you.
All right.
Taking my wife to Sexy State.
Oh, that's nice. I gotta make reservations there. Sexy Steak. It's a new steak restaurant. Downtown. Yes, it's downtown.
Oh, you got it.
I have never.
Me neither. I can't afford it. All right.
But we're going to Campbell's.
Well, hey, because
For the Wagyu. For that Wagyu.
I'm not getting the Wagyu this time. I've been there and done that. Let's move on. Okay. We come to public participation, the part of the meeting where the public has an opportunity to address the board if it so desires. Public participation is one-way communication, in which members of the public are asked to address the full board with the understanding that board members will not be able to respond. Trustee Davis, would you please provide the public comment guidelines?
Because the Oak Park Board of Education values public meetings, not just meetings in public, we welcome public comment on school issues. Speakers are asked to express themselves in a civil manner with due process for the dignity and privacy of others who may be affected by public comments. The public comment portion of the meeting cannot be used to make personal attacks against school board members or a school district employee that disrupts the order of the meeting and is totally unrelated to the manner in which the member or employee performs his or her duties. Speakers should be aware that if statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, such comments may result in legal liability. Most comments can be concisely stated in 3 minutes, and the board respectfully asks that comments remain focused on the topic or issue and not be directed at specific personnel or board members. I do not have any public comment cards at this
Any
time.
members of the public who wish to address the board? Seeing no one else in the room, I'll only call it out one time, and we will go to the next item, which is our action items. We do have one 2023-24 budget amendment. Trustee Smith.
All right, just a quick question here, because we have the recommended motion, but then we were given this full,
Read the recommended
amended motion. Okay, resolved that the Oak Park Board of Education approve the resolution to amend the 2023-2024 budgets as presented.
Support.
Motion made by Trustee Smith, supported by Trustee Hoyer. They must be out there
They out there
sprinting right
partying.
now. And are there any questions on the motion? Okay, hearing none, Ms. Griffiths, call the roll.
Madison,
Yes.
Elvin,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Oda,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
and Davis. Yes.
Thank you. We're at item number 9, information items. We don't have any. We'll go to item number 10, board administration communications. Any communications from members of the administration? From members of the board?
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes, earlier, and it's funny, he just left here. There was a scholarship that was presented to the high school seniors, from the Southeast Michigan Omega Foundation Corporation.
Well, of course.
Right. And we had a $6,000 scholarship that was forwarded to some of the high school seniors. The windows has opened and is still open, so we're encouraging seniors to apply for this $6,000 scholarship, and that is it.
Is it one scholarship or is it?
It's multiple scholarships spanned over 4 years.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so 6,000, so it's what, 1,500 a year?
Okay.
Yeah, spanning over the time frame of 4 years.
You got it.
So the window is still open. I think it closes on April the 21st, I think it is. It was communicated throughout the district, but I'm just...
Shout out to the men of Omega Psi Phi for making sure we provide scholarship for our youngsters. We have friendly banter, but all of our organizations believe in that, and there's nothing greater in my opinion than to see that. So Anything else from members of the board?
Yes.
Trustee Davis.
Last week I had the opportunity to read at Lessinger, and it was such a joy. And I have to go back to find out. There was a little boy sitting in the front, and he was clinging on to every word like I was reading a soap opera. And I just want to find out who he was, because he was so attentive and asking questions about the book. So I want to have some more dialogue with him. And then, was it Thursday? Paige and I went to the senior breakfast, and I would like to just give accolades to Ms. Fuller and the whole team that helped. It was magnificent. It was a great, great event. The food was great. The decorations were awesome. We hustled and some other stuff. Video footage is probably but it was a great event, and so I just want to give kudos to that whole team who put that together.
Thank you, Trustee Davis. Anything from you on that point?
I was just gonna say the same thing. Food was awesome. The hanging out with the seniors was cool. Then they had the Grammys right after. I didn't know that was supposed to be happening. I didn't read the description, I guess, but it was so fun, to see all of that. And I also got a chance to go to Key for their 4th grade book awards they had. That was so awesome. It was like they dressed up like they was at the Grammys or the Oscars, and they just had presenters, and they were presenting, the best 4th grade book that, and it was just so cute and so nice, and that was great. Everybody was dressed up, it was just the teachers and the principals. It was okay. And that was right after the elementary basketball games that I went to. So that was nice. That was at Opa. That was nice as well.
Good.
Unless you want something personal.
You want to get some news about what's going on with you?
I can.
Go for it, Nicole.
Well, as most of you know, since I've been on this board, I have been going to Oakland Community College. I officially applied to graduate for 2 degrees. I actually got surprised.
Get it, girl.
It was approved, and I will be graduating May 18th with my associates in arts and an associate in general studies.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So hopefully, thank you. The plan is to transfer to Wayne State for my Bachelor's of Science in Secondary Education. So,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
thank you.
High academia.
I'm trying to be like y'all.
Congratulations.
I'm trying. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Can't compete with that.
I'm not in anybody's school. Yeah, y'all really make me feel like I've been working like crazy. So I wish I could attend some of this stuff. I'm sorry. All right, we get ready to adjourn now. I don't think there's any addenda, so we're going to adjournment. Trustee Davis, our next meeting, which is actually this week. So.
Yeah, the next meeting of the Board of Education will be held on Thursday, March 28th, 2024, at 6:00 p.m. in the boardroom of the Administration Building.
And we will be working on your goals, so you're going to send us something
Tonight.
Tonight. Oh, they ready?
I know that's right.
Okay, all right.
He said 72 hours.
Did I say that? Or did I say 48? I said 72.
He said 48, 72, so
Go ahead
I
and
shot high.
I thought I said 48. Well, okay, go ahead.
Wait. The meeting's at 6 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Okay. You missed 70.
Tuesday would be 72. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Tuesday's 48.
24.
You gotta get some help on your math from
I got you on the map.
Tuesday to Wednesday. Wednesday to Thursday is 48 hours.
No, Monday to Tuesday. Okay, so say 10 o'clock. So Monday to Tuesday,
Yeah.
Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday.
Yeah, so 72 hours is 2 hours ago. It was 2 hours ago.
Very well. We'll get it tonight. We'll review those.
You gotta work on your math.
You gotta,
Ms. Greer, we're good with Rod Green. I know there were some emails flying back. Okay, we're all set on that. All right. Well, if nothing else, without objection, we'll adjourn our meeting. Are there any objections to doing so? Hearing none, the meeting's hereby adjourned at 7:48 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.